Welcome back to another edition of Faces in the Corsair Crowd. Today I'm joined by Hannah Steen of the field hockey team. Hannah, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, so I'm Hannah. I'm a senior sociology major here at UMass, and I've been playing field hockey for as long as I can remember now.
Awesome. And at what point do you realize that field hockey was a sport for you? That's where you wanted to put all your focus.
So I always liked field hockey. A lot of women in my family have also played, so it was kind of a tradition for me to carry on. But I had picked up softball along the way just because I liked being a part of a team, and I never ended up having that spark for softball like I do for field hockey. So that's how I kind of knew.
Great. And how has your transition been to UMass as joining a new team and kind of building a relationship with those teammates?
Yeah, definitely. So coming in as a freshman, that's always something that's nerve-wracking and you don't really know a lot of people. Luckily, I had a few girls from my high school join me that same year on the team. So I feel like as time goes on, you build relationships with people. And it went pretty smoothly, just a normal transition, I feel like.
Great. What made you choose UMass over maybe some of the other schools you might have been considering?
So I always knew deep down for college I wanted to stay local, close to all of my family. So coming down to my senior year, I had a few to pick from. I was able to study sociology at UMass, which was a plus, but I also had the opportunity to play field hockey and continue competing. So that's ultimately how I made my decision.
Great. Kind of a best of both worlds situation.
Definitely.
Great. And what have you enjoyed the most about your time at UMass?
What I've enjoyed the most is probably not only just being part of the campus community, but being part of the athletic community. I feel like I've gained lifelong friends through playing a college sport, and just I've learned work ethic and how to, compete and be sure.
Awesome. I know this isn't the typical fall season you were looking for, but how is your relationship with your teammates maybe either changed or really helped you guys through this time?
So yeah, I think I have especially tried to just reiterate to everybody that everyone's feeling the same emotions. Everyone knows that this is not what the communication over the phone, whether it be meeting on Zoom or just a Snapchat group chat, something you can do throughout your day just to check in on everybody. And we've also included the incoming freshmen. It's not the usual.
Yeah, I know. A lot of teams are dealing with that now, but it seems like technology has made that easier for everyone, which is great. Has your time away from the sport kind of changed the way you look at things, or you just ready to get back out on the field?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I not playing and having all this free time in the fall is the first time in 11 years for me. So I've kind of realized how much time I spend with my team and on the field, and it's just made me cherish that time that I had with them more, for sure.
Looking forward to graduation, obviously as a senior, what do you think is the next step? What's the next step for you?
So it's kind of up in the air for me. I can graduate, and once I do, I'm going to go on to grad school. I need a master's degree in social work. But I've also been kind of debating with the idea of maybe an extra semester next year, this coming fall, for the chance to play and use my year of eligibility. I don't totally know, though.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see how things with COVID.
Yeah, it seems to be the big thing everyone's grappling with right now. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
You mentioned all that free time you had with quarantine. Have you had a favorite quarantine binge watch that really stuck out to you?
I've had a few, but I think my favorite is Dead to Me on Netflix.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's definitely different, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was a fan of that one too. What about a quarantine activity you picked up? Maybe a new hobby?
A quarantine activity. I tried to stay in quarantine as close as I could to my routine.
Mm-hmm.
So I really enjoy working out. So that's I picked that up a little more and tried new things. And obviously wasn't the same as going to the gym or going to a workout class. So I tried more at-home things and just what I could do at the time.
Great. And what would you say is your favorite off the field moment with your teams? Looking back your time at
My
UMass Dartmouth.
my favorite off the field. There's a lot to pick from for sure, but something that always will stick out in my head is my sophomore year at the end of preseason during the day. You know, we're working really hard, we're all really tired, and by the end of the day, we're ready kind of to just go to bed. But one
Mhm.
particular day, we kind of decided, like, let's do something before we all go home. And we ended up going to the beach and we swam in the ocean. And even though it was something so simple, we all just kind of piled in each other's cars, and it was really fun and just something that I'll never forget. It was just a fun time.
Great. And now moving forward, what do you think will stick with you the most from your time as a Corsair?
I think something that will definitely stick with me is the leadership skills that I've learned over the time here. Learning how to work with people and, kind of figure out my strengths and weaknesses when working with people, and just overall how to get a task completed and make sure everybody's happy and included along the way.
Awesome. That's what we love to hear. Thank you for your time, Hannah. Appreciate
All
you
right.
coming to hang out with me today.
All right. Thank you.